Welcome, Riverside families and Red Hawk Nation. This is Mr. Martin, principal at Riverside Middle School. Welcome you back to the 2021 school year. As you know, we are back, we are online, and there's a couple of things that I'm going to go over in this video. You will also hear the principal at Burton Middle School, Mr. Perez, and at Westwood Middle School, Mr. Dennis Branson. They will also be on the video, so if you hear those voices, that's who those gentlemen are. You will learn in this video that we are back 100% virtually online starting August 25th. With that being said, classes will run from 9 until noon every day, Monday through Thursday, with Friday being some extra time for assessments and remediation if need be. All students will receive one-to-one technology. There'll be more information about that in a minute. Online learning platform for K through 5 is Seesaw, and specifically for Riverside Middle School will be Google Classroom still at this point. Weekly schedules, they will be mailed out in the mail in the coming days for you. You will have a schedule 1 through 6 like you did in the past. Half of the schedule will be on Monday, 1 through 3, and then on Tuesdays, 4 through 6. That will rotate through the week. You will also have assessments. The district is going to do a very good job of assessing the learning loss from the spring. We'll be going into more detail on that as well. Each content area will receive an assessment and probably weekly assessments to learn where we are at. Attendance is mandatory. It was not like it's going to be in the spring where you could choose to attend and you were going to receive credit. Now attendance is mandatory. Grading is mandatory as well. Teachers will be taking attendance in Synergy, and your grades will be mailed out at the end of the 9-week period from this online learning. Like again, grading is mandatory. It'll be just like we were if we were in-person learning. Special education, we will do everything that we can do to implement all IEPs. Nothing will change from there. If you have a evaluation that needs to be done, it will be done face-to-face. We will get in contact with you and set up a specific time and place where everybody can be socially distanced, and we'll work that out. English language learners, the 3 schools that are in this video, we all are cultural centers, and we will still implement all of the ELL curriculum that is designed by the district. Meal sites, there will be specific meal sites and times that we will go through, and specifically what times and where to pick up. Parent support, there's a specific phone number. If you have any questions for the district, and specifically for Riverside Middle School, you can get a hold of the main office at 616-819-2969. Give us a call, and then we will get to you. The building will be open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 3. So if you have any direct questions at that time, please reach out to us. Thank you.
Mr. Branson will now begin to review the distance learning plan overview for 6 through 12 at GRPS.
So I'm going to discuss the virtual learning platform. So 100% of the first 9 weeks of school starting August 25th and ending October 21st will be 100% online. Some schools, such as Burton and Westwood, will be piloting the Schoology learning platform, but we still will be utilizing other resources such as Zoom and Google Classroom. So the virtual learning will continue as we look to the state to gauge what phase we are during the whole COVID process. So we know for sure the first 9 weeks of our school year will be virtual.
Mr. Martin will now describe the one-to-one technology as well as device distribution.
Welcome back. This is Mr. Martin. I'm going to discuss with you the online learning technology that you'll be using. It is important to note that all students must re-enroll with the district in order to receive their technology. You can enroll at enroll.grps.org, and once you do so, you will receive instructions from the district via email or a letter asking you to pick up your device and tells you when and where. The distribution sites for the devices will take place from August 17th to October 23rd. The regional distribution sites will be GR Ford, City, Harrison, Burton Middle School, 1340 Thomas. That's formerly the Campus Early Childhood Center. The dates are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Once again, students and families who do not have access to the above should contact 616-301-1111 for instructions on how to determine if GRPS device distribution is a solution for you or not. Thank you.
Hello, Mike Perez, Burton Middle School Principal. I will be covering the online learning platforms that the comprehensive middle schools will be using. So all of the middle schools, Westwood, Riverside, Burton, and Elger will be using Google Suites. Google Suites, many of you are already familiar with, such as Google Classroom, Google Sites, YouTube. All of those we will continue to use. Many, or all of our teachers are very well versed with that program, and we'll definitely be using that throughout the learning or distance learning time, the first 9 weeks and as we continue on. 2 schools will be piloting a new program that will collaborate or works with the Google Suites as well as other resources that we have here in the district for our students. That program is called Schoology. Schoology will be a one-stop shopping for all students that will incorporate Synergy. It will incorporate Google Suites, again, as well as other resources that we have for our students. You will receive information regarding that in the upcoming days from Westwood and Burton Middle School. Mr. Branson will now start to cover the daily schedule Monday through Friday for synchronous and asynchronous learning.
So I'm going to talk about our schedule. First, synchronous learning is that one-to-one interaction with the teacher in that classroom setting, of course remotely, either through Schoology or any kind of the other Google platforms, possibly even Zoom. So that's that 9 to 12, hey, I'm in front of the teacher learning time. Asynchronous learning is the office hours, where I may not be in a classroom setting remotely, but I might be communicating with my teacher via email or some other means to get that learning support. So as you can see, Monday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., we're going to have synchronous learning for hours 1, 2, and 3. And then in the afternoon, we'll transition to teacher office hours where students can get support. And also, there is an hour of planning time so instructors can have a moment to plan for the rest of the day or the rest of the week. On Tuesdays, students will take their 4th, 5th, and 6th hours, again from 9 until 12, with 2 hours in the afternoon for office hours and teacher planning time. Wednesday will again be hours 1, 2, and 3, again from 9 until noon. And Thursday will be hours 4, 5, and 6, again from 9 a.m. until noon. Friday, students might engage in taking student assessments, or there might be some asynchronous learning support, meaning they may not necessarily be face-to-face with the teacher, but they are still able to reach out and get supports when needed. There might be some additional professional learning that takes place with our staff or some meeting, but kids still should be engaged with their schoolwork Monday through Friday each day.
As Mr. Branson just explained, we are going to be full synchronous learning. With that being said, attendance is mandatory. The expectation is that all students log on to their Chromebooks or their device at 9 o'clock in the morning. Classes will start from 9 until noon. That is the expectation, and that is the attendance piece that will be reported in Synergy throughout the first 9 weeks. Which brings me to assessments and grading. Grades will be given out at the end of the first 9 weeks, just like they were the first three marking periods last year before COVID hit. Attendance is mandatory. Grades will be given based on what the student does in the classroom synchronously. And there will be assessments along the way given by the individual teachers to figure out where the students are, if they need more enrichment, or if they need some academic support in their classes.
Mr. Perez will now review the special education as well as English language learning. I'm Mike Perez, and I will be covering the special education as well as the English language learners. For special education, all accommodations are going to go on and continue, and we're going to continue to provide those to each and every one of our students that is in need. So the instructions for that will be given both synchronously and asynchronously. IEPs will be revised to reflect the students' needs following assessments. IEPs will be offered, or conferences will be offered via phone conference or other digital platforms. And if there's other face-to-face requirements needed to complete those IEPs, all schools will be able to accommodate parents in order to make sure that we are fully implementing your son or daughter's IEP. We will be adhering to the IDEA, Michigan Administrative Rules and CARES Act governance, as well as the guidance being provided by the Michigan Department of Education as it pertains to special education. As for our English language learners, we will be ensuring ongoing academic and achievement for all of our ELL students by promoting English language proficiency through meaningful instruction. And what that means basically is we have many ESL certified teachers in all of our buildings, and they will be assisting other teachers as well as implementing into their own lessons all of the ELL requirements in order to effectively instruct your son or daughter.
Hey, I'm going to talk about the meal sites. All GRPS students will have an opportunity to receive a breakfast and lunch each school day. So starting August 24th, grab-and-go meal sites will be every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 12 p.m. until 1:30 p.m. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 12 to 1:30, that is when students can access a breakfast or lunch. Now, where they get those meals are at different locations throughout the district. Alger Middle School, Buchanan, Burton, Campus, Cesar Chavez, City High, Dickinson, East Leonard, GR Ford, CA Frost High, Harrison, Kent Hills, Ottawa Hills, Sherwood, Sibley, and Westwood are all designated grab-and-go meal sites.
Hey guys, it's Mr. Martin again. I'm going to talk about parent empowerment. Schools are the first point of contact. It's very important. If you have questions about Burton Middle School, reach out to Mr. Perez. Westwood Middle School, please reach out to Mr. Branson. And Riverside Middle School, please reach out to Mr. Martin. Tech support, online platforms. There is a phone number listed up here at 616-301-1111. And there's a couple of email addresses as well. Distance learning, helpdesk@grps.org. There's parent support and social emotional learning support, both with the same email address here at parents@grps.org. There's translation and interpretation, EL office, KSSN support, and questions regarding your IEPs. The bottom phone number here at 616-819-2185. Also at this time, I'd like to officially wrap things up for Riverside Middle School and welcome you all back to the 2021 school year. I look forward to popping into all of your classes and seeing you. I will be observing teachers and students synchronously. I will be popping in, seeing what you guys are doing. If you have any questions at any time throughout the process over the first 9 weeks, if you feel like your son or daughter are not getting what they need, please reach out to me at 616-819-2969. Thank you and welcome back.